What's going on, YouTube? It's Liam from The Daily Chase coming back at you with another trade update. Today is April 23rd and it is official. I have officially messed up and took a major L. One that was just from stupid mistakes that could have easily been avoided. I overtraded, I was greedy, I didn't follow my principle, my basic trading play, right? My foundational trade book. And if I would have, this would have been a massive day. In fact, this should have been an extremely profitable day, but due to silly mistakes, it ended up being a loss. So let's get right into it. Now, I'm going to do my best to point out where I entered and exited trades, but I just made so many today. I overtraded so hard that I'm not going to be able to keep up with them all, okay? But what I can tell you is that day started out here, gapped up. Today was a really wild day, and looking back, it wasn't too wild. It was pretty obvious. This should have been an obvious trade for me. As you can see, it rose up, hit the support, had a breakthrough, and then confirmed false. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened actually, and I'm going to tell you what should have happened, because this is such a simple trade that I could have executed. So around here, and I think one of the reasons is because I was looking in the 5-minute and I failed to look at the 15-minute, and I was just impatient. I was greedy. I didn't follow my textbook foundational trade. So I got in for a call somewhere, I want to say around either near support or below or right after it broke. And then I ended up going for a put in the call. So I had a call and a put at the same time just to kind of wait out. I was down a couple bucks, maybe 20, 30 bucks. And at one point I think I got rid of my call because I saw this false breakthrough happen. And then it was kind of trading sideways, took a little hit, rallied back up, and then literally out of nowhere, I've never seen anything happen like this before, and really only trading for a couple months. And this happened a lot over the last month or two, but not really when I was paying attention to charts and trading properly. But literally in the middle of the day, this thing just took a hit. And if I scroll out here, this happened. All this drop right here, it went from here to here almost. So this was a 6.64, but this was a massive gap. At one point I was up 90% on my put. I believe my account value was either close to 900 or just over 900. So I caught this massive free fall, which was good. I ended up locking in some of my profit because I saw it came all the way down and then started retracing back up, and you can see it closed way up here. So I ended up locking in my profit around this area. I would say I got in for the call and the put around here, sold the put probably around somewhere in here, and then I got up my put right here. So at this point, halfway through the day, it was solid. I was up. My account was over 800, maybe closer to 900, and then I made a big mistake. And I'll tell you what the big mistake was. So after I locked in my profits and on my put, I ended up putting another put in just to see if I could catch any more. So maybe that was greedy. At this point, what I really should have done is I should have really reassessed, because at this point, you're just so much going on here. I really threw my technicals out of the window. I was getting FOMO. I was getting greedy. So I sold my profit. That was good to do. And then I sold my put to block in profit, which is good. I placed another put, maybe to see what I could catch. That's not terrible. But what I did wrong was when it started going the opposite way, I sold my put and then put in a call. And I wrote it, and then somewhere I think I sold it. And I ended up going in on multiple, I think I had multiple calls, maybe one or two. And then it went the opposite way in my call. So I sold my call, and I got in for a put. And then I got in for another put, and then I got in for, at one point I was at 3 puts, because my thinking was, hey, the market kept going negative. It went negative twice at that point, 2 or 3 times. I was like, the Bears have got to win this fight. The sell-off is going to win. The sell-off is going to win. And I was telling myself, it was about 12 o'clock. I was like, all right, I need to hold this for the rest of the day. I believe it. I'm firm in this. And then I did the biggest mistake. Okay, so after after I overtraded, what I should have done was simply just lock in my profit, let a couple candles by, reassess the situation, right? But instead, I was chasing profit and getting greedy and overtrading. Now, where I really messed up was when I placed my profits, I was going in on my puts as the market rose, so I had conviction. But at some point, literally, as this rally happened, I got scared. And at one point, I was down 50% on one contract, so I said, you know what, 50%, I think I'm out. So I literally sold all my puts at the top of this little rally right here. Right here is where I sold my puts. And then I proceeded to watch the market fall and then literally end at the lowest point of the day. So I was kind of kicking myself in the butt. And I even tried to get on a put right here, or rather a call, just to catch it up. Didn't really make anything on that, broke even. I wrote it up. I thought it would maybe break through here, but it wouldn't break through this resistance, and it shot back down. So probably shouldn't have done that either. But really, the biggest mistake, one of the bigger mistakes of the day, was selling these puts. I had conviction. I should have followed through. Now in hindsight, I can't know what's going to happen, but I could have at least waited to see if this was a false breakthrough. It was on a trend line. It had a false breakthrough on the trend line, came back below it, and then still continued to follow the trend. So I could have at least been more patient and waited to see how it developed. Now, literally, this all could have been avoided by simply following what I did to now 300% to 3x my $200 account. All I had to do was look at the 15-minute chart, see the breakthrough, wait for confirmation, see the false breakthrough, and get in a put, maybe multiple. And I could have literally rode this thing all the way down. Because, I mean, there's really no reason for me to sell throughout this whole thing. And you can go back and watch last week's video. This is how I was doing, 50% days on a false breakthrough. That's my bread and butter. If I would have been paying attention to the false breakthrough, this probably would have sent my account to over $900, maybe even $1,000, right? I could have gone in on probably 2 or 3 contracts. I had $750 of funds to go in on, so that could have been at least 2 to 3 contracts. And I could have just rode the wave down and probably been over $1,000 in the account. But instead, I made a rookie mistake. I made a novice mistake. I was uncertain about my trade. I didn't have 100% certainty in my trade. That's why I went in for a call and a put at pretty much the same time. And then once I caught a big move, I did the right thing in locking in my profits, but I made a novice mistake of being greedy and overtrading. So the market reprimanded me for that. And then I didn't stay faithful and, what could have possibly saved the day. So this is a lesson. Hopefully it's a lesson for you. If you get paralyzed and you feel shaken up, just relax, lock in your profits, and let things play out before you re-enter. Don't go try chasing the profit. Don't go try chasing the next trade. Don't get greedy. So that's what I have for you today. If you learned something from this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I post daily trade updates, sharing my wins, my losses, and everything else in between. If you thought this was funny, if you think I'm a rookie and you think I could get a lot better, like the video. Let me know down in the comments below what I might have missed, what I did good, or even how I could improve the videos and the channel in general. But thank you so much. Hopefully you can learn something from my mistakes, because I definitely did. In hindsight, this was an easily avoidable day. Could have easily been a massively profitable day, but instead it went the other way. Now let me show you my balance sheet. I ended up losing about $92, which is about 7.3%. So it's not disgustingly terrible, but it's still obviously more than I'd like to lose. But with that being said, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great day. See ya.